Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Hopefully it's playing well this evening. Hopefully it's working. Right. Okay. Apologies guys, welcome to the stream. So we've got a couple of updates really. Nothing major, just some new buildings, area detail. We got a hyper jump. We got another kiddie coaster, but the dragon one this time. And I themed around the Observatory tower. So, yeah, there's some big updates, should I say. Hey, Phantom, how you doing, buddy? Can you let us know streams all right, mate? I'll just plonk it on a POV. I'm not dropping any frames, but I just want to double check. I've had to lower the bitrate because of the... which way am I going? That way, I think. Because of the internet playing up. 1 minute I'll do a search and it says 275 meg download or upload, and then I'll do another test and it will say 10. So my apologies if it fails, guys. I have lowered everything, so apologies again that the quality is not so good either, possibly. Hopefully it'll be alright. And you let me know sound levels are all good as well, guys. Hey Scar, how you doing? So yeah, where was I? So yeah, so basically what I've done is just started a kind of little shop area. Some will ask why I've used the Bavarian pieces. Well, the reason being is I'm trying to save on piece count. So I thought the wood markings kind of make it look a little bit kind of China look. You know what I mean? Kitted out toilets, done the floor, done the trim around here. And before I stopped earlier, excuse me, I've got a terrible cough at the minute. Was just working my way around the outer edge as well. And then basically what's going to happen is you'll have a little kind of dock area here. Just coming down, I've got to change the wall. And then we'll have pillared stands just on each corner or every section to support the roof. And I did these little decorative pieces. They're not much, just a few barriers, a few bushy bits, and the ornaments. So yeah. The only thing I've done in here is just put some shades in, try and make it look a bit oriental. And not that you can see them, but in here I've put the oriental doors just to give it some depth. But you can see, excuse me, guys. You can see through these, which is quite cool. So I've put tables the other side, so as you can see here, there's some peeps in, sitting down, looking out the window, watching the boats go by. So yeah, toilets all themed up, all done. This is a work in progress, but this is excuse me, guys. This is pretty much done. Looks pretty good. I've kind of copied the color combination of the actual wheel itself, which is the standard in-game one. But reason being, I quite like the color palette, and it just worked. And it brings a bit of life into the park instead of just having the usual greys, browns, and stuff. I have put this wall in. I know it's not. It's the same as what was in Thingy. But I also need your opinion on it at night time, because the orangey light is the light from Thunderland Adventure Valley. And what I've done is I cut a section out here in the middle, which is a slightly duller light. So I'm just trying to figure out which one works best. See this, that works fine because it's kind of similar. But then this pops, so I'm not sure. Not sure which route to go. And then for the eagle-eyed viewers in the background, we, as I was saying, we have a shot tower. And we got the train going around it. And what I've done, this is a very big work in progress. Because I don't know if it looks right. I think I need to lower it down. It's very high. And when you compare the scale to this, it kind of looks a little bit off. So I may lower it down a couple of floors. So it's only that bit popping out. I don't know. We'll see. But the issue I have, I love these panels. I think they look great. I've done them brilliantly. 67 pieces a panel. And I think I worked it out to be about 1,350 pieces just to cover the sides. So I don't think I'm going to go that route. I may have to rethink this one. But then, like you see, I've put a little kiddie coaster in. And we'll go for a ride. Might as well. Evening, Duncan. Hope you're well, my friend. Thank you for joining the stream. So you get to see out over the car park. It's a bit different for me. That doesn't normally happen. But I thought this was just a cool interaction. Bring it in between the floors, back down. And yes, you can kind of ask, why have I done two kiddie coasters? Well, this one's a bit more kind of helixy, I think is the best way to do it. Where slime is a little bit more kind of floaty. May just raise the hill a little bit because it feels as though it needs a little bit more speed towards the end. But it's going to look good when it's done. So, I hope. And the issue, I had an issue and I figured something out today. I found out a problem with the game. Right, watch this. You'll laugh at this. I don't know if I want to do it, but I go to water. Now, I didn't want this at this level. I wanted us to be able to look down on everything. So this bridge was going to be down here and the water level was going to be much lower. But I found something out today, which really annoyed me. So if I put it where I was going to have it, I was going to have it there. Okay. So this was much lower. This was kind of, so you kind of looked down on the coaster, which I thought was a quite cool viewpoint. And you'd have had some good reflections and everything. If you have a look here, there are no reflections in the water. There is in this level, but there's not in this level. So no matter how I look at this, you've got the sun, you've got partial shadowing, but that is it. There's no reflections. All right. So for me to get reflections on that water, I need to be down here. Look at that. Now basically what it's doing, now if I go up, and you'll just see, there you go, it disappears. Now this water level goes across the whole map. So I can't see any reflections on that unless it's the same height as this. And if I go higher with that, it takes away the reflections on here. How weird is that? See, look, I've got reflections back. And if I have it where I wanted it, nothing. And I sat there for about an hour looking at it thinking, what am I doing wrong? What have I done wrong? And I couldn't fathom it out, but yeah. So that's the same water level as this now. Ooh, love this game. So this would have looked very different because it was much lower down and it kind of made sense. Where now it's a bit, I don't know. I got a reg off around here with the cobblestone. So, but yeah, I didn't know what we were going to build today, guys, apart from possibly continue this and finish this little bit off and maybe do this area. I don't know. Just see where the stream goes, what we get up to, and go from there, really, guys. So I haven't been around for a couple of days. Like I say, the internet was playing up yesterday, and the night before I just kind of, I didn't play. I don't think I played, to be honest. I just wanted to relax a little bit. Don't think I've done anything else. I have pretty much sorted this coaster out now, so that's fully working along with the log flume. Haven't touched this, done nothing with that. Did do a little entrance to the Slimer coaster, which is a work in progress. As you can see, there's no rocks covering up this curb. Yeah, it's really strange, Phantom. If you go below, I can only imagine the larger volume water area you have, it covers, like, I reckon if I do it here, let's just quickly have a look, just do a test. So, where am I? 100%. Shouldn't have done this, should I? But, yeah, look. Oh no, you got reflections there, but I reckon that's the similar. I don't know if it's the same height. Maybe it's around it then, I'm not too sure. But it was that whole water section just wasn't covered with the reflection. So, you saw it with your own eyes there. It's just really, really strange. See, but that has reflections now. And that doesn't. Until you go to... What? Look, no reflection. Yeah. It's got reflection. Am I missing something here? Evening, Tom. I think I'm losing my mind. So we get rid of that one. We have reflection. I feel this little puddle up here. We lose reflection. So why has that done that then? Roll on Planet Coaster 2, guys. Hey. I just hope they've sorted this kind of stuff out. That's what annoys me with this game. Because that needs to be, in my head, 10, 15 foot lower. Because I haven't got the perspective that I thought I would have, which is annoying. Because I kind of wanted it a little bit lower than the... Maybe actually I can. Just see if we can lower it a little bit, maybe. So... Oh, there we go. That's better. And we've still got reflections. But then if I put it here, we don't have reflections. So there must be a certain window, if you know what I mean, of usability, if that's the word to use. There must be a certain, like, parameter from like 1 meter up or 2 meters up and 2 meters down that field covers, that if it's in it, it will still give reflections, because I'm sure that's... No, that is the same height. So yeah, you see what I mean now? You're kind of looking down. Now you've got the correct viewpoint. So this will all be bermed off as well with the cobblestone, I think. I'm not sure. I'm going to bring it around here. I think it needs it around here. But yeah, these come out quite nice. These are all individually done pieces and then just rotated. It took about 3 hours to build, because you do one and then you think, do you know what, I'm just going to repeat it, you know, spin it, paste it, copy paste, and then you sit there and you look at it and you think, oh, that's out, that's not quite right, that's not quite right. So you then end up deleting them all, adjusting everything, adding things, adding a ceiling, a ton of doors. It looks good. And that's the pretty epic view just there. And I get the tower. It works in that one view. You've got that step. But you come around here, you then lose it, because you're going to have that merging into the pirate area. So, you know, Could be different to the parks I've built in the past, obviously, because I've had those massive mountains around the sides to be able to enclose the areas, but can't really do that here. I mean, we could do. Somehow I've got to figure out how to... Because what I did want to do was kind of like do China streets, like a Tokyo style thing or whatever. Yeah, whatever. That's Japan. You know, that kind of vibe. But piece count is going to kill. And secondly, the amount of track I've just put in, I don't know how to do it. So I've got to have a think about that one. That one's going to be put on the back burner along with the hyper jump there. Whether I just lower the hyper jump down, I don't know. We'll see. Because obviously these buildings can be as high as I want them to build up this area, and it has to be a skin. And then we just come in and out on the coaster and figure out how we theme it from there, basically. Whether we do something generic like we did with the mouse coaster in Magic Kingdom or something, I'm not too sure. But I think what we'll do, we'll continue this building right now, and just see where things go from there, guys, if that's all right with you. And we'll leave the music going instead of listening to the "oh, thank you, yes, oh, thank you," or whatever they say. I hope everyone's having a good start to the week. I have some good news. I am starting work on Valentine's Day. We're back in the game. Good. Cheers, dude. Start saving for the AM5 setup then next year. Cheers, buddy. How do we do it? Cheers, Scar. Where are we? What do I want to type in for Chinese wood? Yeah, I don't know what I want to look for, to be honest. Wrong thing. Wood pig, not pig. No. What do I want to say? Pig. Chinese wooden pig. Things Google does. Right, so they're not very Yeah, there's not much inspiration. They're just extremely tidy. Very clean. That's how we'll do it. Okay, I've got to figure out barrier first. Do we want to continue the red? I think we'll go with a darker, to be honest with you. Cheers, Panther, mate. Where are we? Why aren't you on? Why? Oh yeah, and a big shout out to Annie Mandra. I borrowed her blueprint because I wanted some of these cherry blossom trees, and obviously there kind of is some in the game, but they look a bit pony. And I remembered someone done them, so I just put cherry into the workshop and found those, and they just suit the area so well. So yeah, there'll be a few more of those around eventually once we get buildings done, etc. What? Hey, do I or don't I go that colour? No, we don't want that colour. And that one to be that. And then that brings that colour scheme through. That is not directly under there, so that's all good. Right, so we want to go back. We want to go back to here. Do I want to put a path in the side here? I guess I do. Plunk a path in, guys. Why not? There's another entrance. If I can. If it'll let me. It's not going to let me. What is going on with this game? That's connected. That's connected. That's connected. See what we can do here actually. We can build a little plaza and put some tables, chairs and stuff. That'll look quite good. A little bit of realism. Oh, why? Why won't you let me do it? Oh, this game, guys. Try again. Still won't let me do it. Why won't it let me do it? Just flatten the terrain. Why on earth? Okay, it wasn't on. My bad. No, don't want that one there. I want that one. Would I get away with that? We will indeed get away with that. Hey, won't you let me? Why won't you let me have this? Thank you. Why does it do that? throw this computer out the window in a minute. What? Why? Leave it. There you go. Make my life so hard. Typical. There we go. Like a glove. Does that work, having it two different colours? Because that's the red. And that needs to be red. And then we need to do a darker one around here. That is what we will do. Gold. Gold member. Oh, gold. Red. Green. Light. Yeah. Yep, that's more in fitting with it all. Right. That was never going to work, was it? 2 seconds, guys. Right. Very quiet today, not many people about. Hey Super, how you doing, my man? Been a while, hope you're good. How's things over in your way of the world, my man? Well, I said it's very cold right now. Or going to be over the next couple of days, subject to what happens with this snowstorm that's coming or not coming. To the UK, anyway. Cool, man. I'll be busy as of next week. Rocky. Busy boy then, my friend. Better, a little bit warmer. All right. Okay.
C'est nous. Come on, Zospala. Bit of Mondalin Lounge.
Hey David, how you doing, dude? You good? I'm all good, mate. Kinda, yeah. It's a work in progress, a big work in progress. It's getting there. I built all this, so this is all built around the observatory tower. Borrowed a couple of cherry blossom trees off the workshop, and I built this. The only downside to this is each of these panels are 67 pieces. It's about 1,340 odd pieces, I think it is, just to do the exterior skin on that. So I'm going to have a rethink of that, but I built all this myself. That's good. I am struggling with it because of the size of the roof pieces. It's hard to put it in perspective. So, like this tower, I've managed to get them slightly thinner, like more in as they go up. But you have to have all of the pieces individually gridded. And it's hard. So yeah, pain. Not hard, it's a pain. That's a better way to put it. So yeah, so just trying to work out where to go with this and what to do with this. And also just kind of adding these little bits that look pretty cool, to be honest. Just add another little level, didn't they? What's that for? But it's definitely coming. It's definitely getting there now. I didn't think we'd do it, but we did it. One thing I did earlier as well, I just kind of set off the next area. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know what I was going to do. I just wanted to bring this out a little bit more instead of have it back there. So that's now more in keeping. I was kind of looking at the sight lines, if you know what I mean. Just trying to figure out how, what, where. As to the reason why I bought this out. Because this dig can cave in there, actually. So this wouldn't have been here yesterday or the day before. Hopefully I can get rid of them. Thank you. So the wall, I'm undecided. It's the same wall as that's in Adventure Valley. So I'm just hoping it ties it together nicely. It works really well. It's just whether or not we go with the vibrant orangey light or whether we go with the paler light. The paler light gives it kind of emphasizes the background a little bit more. But then I say that and then I come around here. And that's still kind of really there. So I think that light looks a little bit better. It's a little less cartoony, should we say. But yeah. The nice thing is, which I'm trying to do throughout the whole park, is a bit like in Wonderland Adventure Valley, try and have it enclosed. So now once we get another little level on top of this, whatever we do, it's gonna cover off the volcano. And then we'll have trees either side. So then you are just literally looking through this little gap here. So yeah, it's kind of berming it off, but it does the job. I was just kind of like looking at it and thinking which is the best kind of way to go, and I'm not going for that neon effect. I'm just looking to have the reflection in the water, really. Where that's just that little bit more subdued. You can see it as the boat goes through, basically. Kinda. There you go. I don't know. We'll see. Got how many other months to figure out what we're doing for the rest of the park, and then figure out whether or not I'm keeping that or doing something else. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad. The only downside is I didn't realise was that this park is quite far away from me, like each side. So when you look at it from over here, I think it is. See that's more in keeping with the China area, if you know what I mean. If I had that bright light going through there, it'd just be it would detract from what's there, if you know what I mean. But yeah, the levels will get there. Levels will get there. I wasn't too sure about having all these lit up, but they seem to work, and it works quite well because when this does go up, they've got lanterns, the ball lantern on every single one, which light that up, so it works quite well. See what I mean? It's kind of replicated, but in a different way. And then I just put some lights in the ceiling just coming down just to light up the pathway around. So it does the job quite nicely. And then we were just kind of working on this, really. Autosave. I haven't done anything with this yet. I've just spent the last couple of days just refining the coaster. So we'll just... It's still not 100% great, so my apologies. But it's getting there. Still trying to make it feel a little bit more fluid, so that it's not so stop, start, stop, start. But this beginning bit feels better. You know, that doesn't really feel too much right now. But you know, once the levels start building up and the theming starts going in, whizzing past trees, rockworks, you name it, it's going to look pretty pretty intense, I think. And on the other hand, I don't think this will feel very intense, but again, it will feel very, very different when everything's themed. Oh, I put that drop in the wrong position. So it's like all the caves and everything. You know, I've got to sort all these out. We could make a little bit more of a sight line through that one so that when the train does go by, you see more of it and stuff like that. But no, Tom, yeah, it's I'm a bit worried, if I'm honest, because of all the supports that are going to be needed. But I'm hoping I can make it something once we get the rock work in and everything. I think that little bit down there with the trees, you kind of get it as you're looking around. You've got the trees passing by, low, high, all sorts. Just grab the terrain tools. Basically, like I've got an issue with the support there. I can do one or two things. I can either do that so it goes, and then also I can get rid of this just so that it opens up the viewpoint a little bit more. There we go. As easy as that, guys. So yeah, I've got to have a play around with all that. I've got to figure all that out. I'll do it here as well. Just so that we get to see a bit more of the lift hill, you know. Little bits like that. It just opens the ride up, creates more interactions with each ride. And so forth. So... So yeah, I've got to figure all that out yet, but I haven't put a huge amount of detail into, well, work into that yet, because obviously I don't know where I'm going to put struts and stuff. I've got to make sure I've got something underneath it and you name it. So all that will come. Eventually. Don't know why I do it to myself, but I do. You know, just having these rocks here just makes a difference on that ride. It just gives it another level of detail. I'm unsure what I'm going to do with the trough yet. I don't know if I'm going to terrain up round some of it or whatever. I'm not too sure. Got to figure all that out yet. But yeah, that's kind of how you do the terrain, David. Fairly easy, mate. You're just stuck with certain bits. Excuse me. Because of the way it works. No worries, dude. Have a safe trip. But yeah, it's going to take a long time to do. Because I've got to get all the coasters in first. I've got to get the ride layout. I've got to get the park layout done. I shouldn't have even done what I did today, to be honest with you. I should be doing the rest of the park, but I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I'm a little bit stuck at the minute, guys, if I'm in all honesty with you. I'm still very unsure on this coaster. The biggest issue I'm having, excuse me, sorry, is just the size of the thing. It's massive, this park. And it's just trying to get things into some form of perspective. That's the reason why I don't like this tower. Because it's just there, you know, and there's no way I can disguise the height unless I lower it down. I don't mind the observatory tower. I think that's fine. I think where the coaster pops its head over is absolutely fine. Quite a cool view though, actually. Yeah, there you go. There's the coaster. Screenshot. It's a cool little area. It's going to be quite good. I just got to play about with the whole Chinese, Japan look, whatever you want to call it. But it's working. I mean, the Bavarian details work quite well, considering they're not obviously what we need, but they just give it that added detail, which I think works. And then these pillars work quite well. And just having these little bits, this little bit just here, it just kind of makes that end piece look a little bit neater or tidier. But yeah, hey, I see. How you doing, buddy? Hope you had a good day, mate. But we'll get there with it. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Oh, wow. That hit me in the face. Just wondering whether or not to put these on the end. Just to give it that little bit of colour. Can never remember what way they go. That way. Is that too much, or does that work? That's not right, is it? Sorry, I see. Yeah, I did try your idea. It's just not doing it for me because of the width of the roof. It just looks a little bit of an eyesore, in all honesty. I'm trying to figure out another way of doing it. But obviously you have to have the pieces a certain amount away. But the other thing is when you're on ride, it feels very similar to the Tower of Terror, or the Horror Heights. I know you got a bit of a different view. I can't remember whose idea. Someone said about doing it. Must have been Joshua or JP or someone. Duncan, Neil. I can't remember, guys. My apologies. It feels alright, but it doesn't quite look right because of the way that the roof is. Yeah, it works well because it's obviously just up, down, and it's a bit more sporadic than the Horror Heights, but problem is, even if I've got a couple of buildings this high, you know, one here, it just looks... It's not a write-off, but I'm not happy with how it... I know obviously it's got no sides on it at the minute, but it's going to be pretty much see-through anyway because of those windows. So I've either got to figure out another way of going about it, lower it down, because the other thing is these windows that I've made, they're 67 piece of panel. So by the time you times that by another 3, 5 on each side, plus the ground floor, well, you're probably looking at about, I know it's definitely 1,300 pieces just for these sides to be done as it is. And I don't really want to spend that much on that, you know? It's like these, 70 pieces each. It's probably 700 pieces there. How many? $888 pieces just for that. I'm a nightmare. Yeah. I got to start thinking about finishing the park off ride-wise, guys. Before I do any more theming. I keep just clicking away with theming. I did the what? Just realised you did the Sky Temple base. Hey, X367, welcome, dude. The what? What did I do? Oh, just realised you did the Sky Temple. Sky Temple. Sky Temple. This. Oh, yes. Yeah, I did all this. Did that yesterday. It took a few hours to do. And then because the internet was playing up, when I was logging off, I had to link my PC to my phone, which only had 3 bars of 4G. And I had to wait an hour and a half for Planet Coaster to sync with Steam. All good fun. Cheers, 367. Appreciated. I just don't know if I like it, because the problem is I haven't got enough room. I mean, I can tunnel under here, and I can make that into a tunnel. But my issue is I haven't got enough room around it to be able to, how can I put it, put trees or anything to try and disguise it a little bit, like the height. I can't do that blend that I always have. I don't know if you noticed when I was doing the lamps, I was looking at the blend of height that we have, and it's just, I was trying to work out the angle to have them to get that sight line, because I know it sounds silly, but if you have everything heighted like that, you naturally turn to look at it, not because of what it is, because of how it actually looks. It makes you want to look at the whole area, where if you have everything flat, you're then just kind of like looking down here. So you know, it may stay, it may not, it may be completely redesigned, I don't know. I may just use the small piece of corner and then just accentuate those out a little bit more, instead of having the big one and then the medium one then the small one. I don't know. But I've got to figure out how I'm going to do the side pieces more than anything, and that's the killer on this, is the amount of pieces. I mean, if you think about it, that's 5,000 pieces, and then you'll have 2,000 pieces just for this. Nah, I've got to rethink it, how I'm going to do it. So we'll come back to that at some point. Let's just go for a little walk somewhere. Somebody, Singleton, someone at the front. It's alright, 5 minutes, guys. Take views in, see how it looks. Cheers for joining the stream though, guys. It is appreciated. Smash that like if you haven't, or if you're enjoying the park come to life, it'd be very much appreciated. Just a like supports the channel enough. But it's definitely getting there, you know. Just having, I don't know if you see it in the middle of the screen, but the entrance to Slimer Ride and those toilets, just having them done now works with this bit done in front of us as well. And it just works so well. Yeah, I did a count earlier. I think I'm at 20. I think I'm at about 28,000 pieces so far. So, yeah, strange one. Hey Dave, welcome back, bud. Hey cool boy, how you doing, buddy? Sorry mate, missed your message. My apologies. You're blended in with Icy. My deepest apologies, cool boy. Yeah, so all individual pieces that have been hand placed. I love that view. Handmade supports structure, which looks pretty neat, if in all honesty. Works really well. Love it. So where we're going, guys. If anyone wants to ride on anything, just say. More than welcome, I don't mind. I'd like to have a ride with them, just see how they feel as the park progresses. I'm not surprised, Super. Yeah, well, what I'm going to do is, just because the other video was quite popular and I enjoyed watching it with you all, I thought I'd live stream the remaining Twitch feeds that they're doing, just to see if and when it does come. Who knows? No, I think that support structure, it works. Does the job. It's mad that all that for one inversion. All those pieces for about 3 seconds. That's so cool though. With the Twin Towers. Planet Coaster Zoo. Planet what? Planet Coaster Zoo? No. There's Planet Zoo coming to console, as far as I'm aware. King's dog, how you doing, my man? And there you go. So already we're getting Thunderland Adventure Valley. Cheers, Stew Dog. I would assume so. I think it was, what was it, 6 PM UK time? So I'll be streaming, that'll be 7 your time, I think I see. Says I think they said last Wednesday of every month. So we'll do that, we'll chill out for a couple of hours, even if it's showing all their other stuff. You know, at the end of the day, it's nice to support them in a way. And lo and behold, if we actually do then get the Planet Coaster 2 announcement, we can all celebrate together and enjoy. You know what I mean? And just hope, cross your fingers, cross everything that you got, that you can, that it's going to be a better game. Not that it's not a great game, it is a great game, it's just got too many quirks. Yeah, you can always watch it back, I see, it's not a problem, mate. My apologies, but I can only do it when they do it. You know what I mean? There you go, there's slime up. Not the best when you're not riding front row, but they're much smoother when you are on the front. Yeah, great view though. I can't wait to have that hotel done, finished. It's just it's starting to get a little bit laggy. So I need to get the coasters done, areas laid out. As the reason why I haven't finished the roof ceiling off in here yet, or amended it, because I've just been doing other bits really. Oh, there we go on the heights. Should we go on upside down or up, right way up, guys? What way do you want to do? It's funny how no one's in the queue for these. Let's go upside down. I think you'll like this super if you haven't seen them already, buddy. Cool ride, this. Ah, guess right, Tom. Actually felt as though you're upside down, going to look out the window then, for some reason. through the opening. Kind of took me a little bit there. I don't know what if it did you guys. Cool view now that we got Big Thunder going. Well, not Big Thunder, the Runaway Mine Train. I don't know if you saw it then as it come into the picture. It looked pretty good going around the island. So there's another plus point. There you go, guys. Horror Heights. The only difference is literally one is the right way up. So basically that's the viewpoint there. Wherever it is, there it is. And then all I literally did, copied it, turned it, eventually lined it up, and you got exact same basically layout as you have here. The only difference is this one's the right way up and that one's upside down. So all the lighting is done by me, so none of the lamps actually work. So these lamps are turned off at the minute. And then these, basically I've just put those lights in just to give it a better look. Yeah, all sorted today, mate, hopefully. We haven't dropped a frame, but I am running at half the bit rate. Because the internet is still up and down. 1 minute is saying 250 meg upload, and then it's saying 2. But saying that it hasn't dropped below 20, because otherwise I would have dropped some frames. So my apologies, guys, for not being about. How cool is that? I just... try and do some tricky camera work here. I think it's this one. No. Yep. No. That one. Oh, I was too slow on the camera. That was a shame. That'd look quite cool. There's one for a video when I can eventually get around to doing one. It's cool, mate. It was just a little quick idea. No worries, Super. Catch you soon, buddy. Enjoy the streams, catching up with them, mate. A lot of them are basically where we are today. So everything I have streamed so far has got us to where we are today, apart from obviously the last few days doing a bit of off-stream work. But I like the way this building's finally coming together. It's looking good once we get a little promenade off there, or pier, whatever you want to call it. Skin inside isn't looking too bad. These are what they are. I might bring these back actually just a bit. Just to kind of mask that off a tiny bit. But it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. 100%. I like the pictures on these roofs as well. They just give it another look. Can't really do this bit. This is the only issue. Unless I try and do... I can do it actually. I'm just being lazy, to be honest. Bear with me. Hey Rob, how you doing, buddy? You're never done. You're never done. Trust me. The amount of times I've watched... see you later, dude. Watched the Thunderland review. Sad, I know. But the amount of times I've watched that and I've looked around and I've gone, I didn't do that, or I didn't do that bit, or I didn't do that bit, or I could have done this and I could have done that, and you just sit there and you're like, but ultimately it is what it is, you know. Turned out how it turned out. I did it so that all could nearly enjoy. Just wondering, I've got nothing small enough to go in here, or have I? No, I haven't. They're all cross pieces. This is too long. Oh, I know what I can do. Hold on. I do have the pieces. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Here they are. So, if we grab... where's that gone? That one. Thank you. Go ahead, Catalyst. For the side work at the entrance of your park, is it just a concrete block? I think let's have a look. Concrete slab. Yeah. They may be theme maker toolkit actually. Bear with me, because I wanted 2-meter pieces. Yeah, concrete slabs, theme maker toolkit, but they are so minimal. It doesn't matter if you use 200,000 of them; they won't impact your computer or the game. Yeah, I think you've got we have concrete in the game, 2-meter and 4-meter, but they're grid pieces. And I just couldn't be bothered to have them as all singular pieces. And the fact that I got 2-meter, I think there's a couple of 1-meters somewhere, it just makes it look a little bit more organic, shall I say. And the fact that this is a 2-meter stretch all the way down here, it just gave me the width that I actually wanted for the paving. I know they don't use the path as it is, but you know, that's kind of how they walk down in Disney. If you know what I mean, I've done it many a time, and the car comes down the outside lane or down here. So yeah, just mixing it up a bit, really. Yeah, no, just concrete slab. There you go. I don't know who made it. It's probably Hydro. No, Super Fiend, whoever that is. But I'll post a link so you got the link. Oops. There you go. Where was I? Roof. No worries, dude. Where are they gone? Where are they gone? Where are they gone? There. Don't know if I'm going to be doing this right. I don't know if these pieces work in the way... No, they don't. Okay. So what we want to do is grab... That's the one. Why on earth is that bought that colour? You can tell I'm eager to get theming. The original park, Funderland Amusement Park, took 18 months. No, 6 months to build. Sorry, the very, very first park. Then the Funderland Adventure Valley took 18 months, so a year and a half. And then Magic Kingdom took just under a year and a half to do. So with this being the biggest thing I've ever done, just gonna have to wait and see, I think. Sorry guys, just gotta let the dog out. 2 seconds. Sorry guys, just 2 seconds. I'll just put you on a peak just so that you're not bored. It's hammering it down with rain, and if I let the dog come in and out, the place will get trashed. So I'll just let you have a little ride on this, get you some perspectives. And come on guys, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Back in a minute, guys.
La Mooking Coaster.
Oh.
Hey!
There you go, guys. What do you think? Do you like the views? Apart from being able to see on the top of Main Street, it's getting there. There's just so much going on everywhere. You know, if you're not hugely creative, I get it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't. The only thing I struggle with is like right now trying to be able to design coasters. That's what ultimately I actually struggle with. The theming aspect, as you've seen with the roof of this that we're doing right now. You know, you just start looking at the pieces, color code them, get it right, and then you end up with a roof line that's looking pretty cool now. I keep updating it. I don't know why. I'll add it in now. I don't know why it keeps doing it. It keeps bumming out for some reason. My apologies, guys. There you go. Small group. Share our work. Ask for advice. Be nice. Simples. But yeah, mainly Planet Coaster and just theme park stuff. Obviously, I do the odd bit of sim racing that I haven't done for a while on YouTube. That I actually need to get this week's one done. So I don't know if anyone will be interested, as always. But I do need to get on that. Okay, that's alright, doesn't it, with those bits on top? Just gives it something else. Oh no, I totally get that, mate. Trust me, when I'm back at work next week, I'm back at work. So, once to twice a week, maybe, guys, subject to how I'm feeling, like you guys, really. So, yep, back to normality, which is good. No worries, dude. Trust me, I think it was Wonderland Adventure Valley, actually, the one that's at 18 months. I think I was off work for about 6 to 9 months of it. There was a valid reason. What was I going to say? I hadn't finished it when I went back into full-time work. So the literally having the energy just to turn the computer on to do it. I know exactly what you mean, dude. How can I put it? When I'm offline and not streaming, I find it much easier to build roller coasters. But then I surprise myself when I'm online and I do it. It's weird. I think it's just a pure confidence thing, because I know people do judge your coasters, if you know what I mean. It's the one thing they kind of do judge, because as far as I'm concerned, theming is theming. If you're good at theming, it's gonna turn out nice anyway, depending on how you perceive the person. But with coasters, on the other hand, people are like, oh, the banking's not enough, the G's are too unrealistic, this, that. And I know you guys don't do that. It's just the thought behind it. That's the reason why I built these off stream and then refined them with you guys on stream. And I know we built most of this on stream, but I'm extremely comfortable building a water coaster because they're so smooth. It's hard to make a rough water coaster, if you know what I mean. I like what I've done with that, and I can see where that's going to go, which is great. And I can see where this is going to go. It's great. And we know where this is going. It's great. It's just trying to figure out this area and this area now. Say that again, Icy. I feel called out. What do you mean? I've had time off work, so not been mentally flat for a few years. Things are finally getting better, and this game has got me through it. So that's kind of why I do what I do. Simple as really. Takes my mind off things and puts me in a world of imagination and creativity, which is what my brain enjoys. So I love looking at things and thinking, how can I make that look like that? Or, you know, like this earlier, all I did was put 3 shops down. And I just started off with the base. I put the planter in, and I thought, oh, I'll put the statues in, and then I lined them up and made sure they were symmetrically correct to everything, to the 3 shops. And then I did the building, just put the exterior on, put a couple of flaps on the windows, and put a couple of benches in. And then, as you saw at the beginning of the stream, there was the roof part done, and we've just worked it from there. So yeah, no, I try my best with the game. I'm hand over heart not the best at making coasters. It's as cut and dry as that for me. I'm quite happy to admit that. It doesn't bother me. But the one advantage I do have is because of how I theme things. It takes away what most people look at coasters as, if you know what I mean. Because they're quite immersive. If they're a little bit rough or a bit janky, that's kind of taken out of the equation because you don't really notice it, if you know what I mean. And that's very much with this coaster. If we do a front ride now, I know we just did a... but if you do a front ride, for instance, it's pretty smooth. It's a bit janky coming out of some of the inversions, but they're all pre-made. Most of them are pre-made. No, they're not actually. Only some of them are pre-made on this. I think it's only a corkscrews. Everything else I've done. But, you know, I try to design all my coasters so that they're smoothish in seat view. Because if they're smooth in seat view, they're smooth in bumper view. At the end of the day, the way I look at it, with the coasters that I've built over the years, yeah, there's been some that have been a bit G-forcefully, and there is in this park. But the way I look at it is, if they're believable to people watching them on a video from a computer game, that has potential to be done in real life. I'm not saying they can, I'm just saying potentially. So, if I'm giving the vibe of a real life feel, you're ticking the box, aren't you? No worries, 367. Catch you soon, dude. Thanks for joining the stream, mate. Popping a few comments in. Much appreciated, buddy. I hope you're enjoying the park. Smash that like if you haven't already, please. We appreciate it, buddy. You see what I mean? It's fairly smooth in front view, and then when you ride in bumper, they're even smoother. So, but then saying that, when we just rode this on the second row, it was terrible as far as I'm concerned. They're only front row coasters. All my coasters are front row. That's why the directions are always done that way. The funny thing I'm finding is, look how many people this is had ride on it. 343,862. Wowza. Been ploughing through the peaks. These not so much. 81. Where are we? 80,000. 1,700. That's brand new anyway. 8,000. Wow, 17 for the carousel. Crikey. Bet Slimer's done a few. 33. Horror Heights, not so much, I don't think. Oh, 40,000. 38,270. That's interesting. But there's not so many people going on them at the minute. Hey, Joshy, how you doing, my dude? You good? But yeah, quick update for you then, Josh. Put the barrier in around here. I've gone with the original Thunderland Adventure Valley look. Only reason being is it just works. It works so well. So go chop and change it up in certain places and so forth, like we did. But like here, it goes off into the wood, and then obviously you go into the pirate section. So this is obviously over water, so we're going to have to make it look supported and bits and bobs. Just put a little pier on the end here, or just an outstand, just to make it look funky, really. Placed all these yesterday individually, then copied and pasted. Put this little shot tower in the background, but it's not really working, so I'm not vibing it really. And I've built this structure today and pulled the terrain out, curved the wall round, a little patio area which is going to fill up with tables and awnings and bits and bobs. But yeah, we've just been detailing the roof and trying to get the roof to look something. The only thing I hate about all this is none of it lines up properly, which is the pain. And I don't think you can raise it up. I think that is where it is. I know that sounds stupid. You see what I mean? It doesn't, even on the singular piece, it doesn't link properly, but it's sitting here perfectly. Nothing seems to connect this properly. Hey Lars, how you doing, man? I'm all good. All good, my friend. Maybe we don't need these. It just looks nice with those little flick ups, you know? I just wish they weren't. I don't understand why though. I don't have to use another piece just to make that look. Do you notice it? Do you notice it? Not so much. It's alright though. There's a little food court. Does the job. We'll get those benches in and awnings. Or parasols. Yeah, all good, Lars. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Autosave, guys. My apologies. It's definitely getting there, Joshy. Nice. Good win for them, mate. So what do we want to use in the China section? Hey, Sindri, how are you? For me, it's the small details that matter the most. Liseberg Amusement Park in Gothenburg is a really good example. Yeah, I've had inspiration from there. Not that I've been, but I've seen many vlogs of it. Yeah, lovely place. Yes, it's just going to have to be these, isn't it? Nice one, Rob. I got a week, and then I'm back in the world of living. So I think for me, don't know when I'll be back on, guys. Hopefully not too long. But I've got the rotor and everything, so we're all good. So my days off don't look too bad. I've got split days off to start with. And then I think it's like one weekend off in every 3 or 4, however you want to do it. Yeah, oh, I can't remember. Anyway, I've got to figure it all out. I've got to look at it. I've got to go through it all. But no, all is good. It's funky. So yeah, I won't be on as much. Subject to what days I'm working, time-wise, etc. Because I some days will be working early and finishing early. So I'll probably say I'll be on most afternoons when I'm on early shift. And I might be on most mornings in the UK when I'm on like the late shift. But there's no nights, so you'll be happy to know. You'll be happy to know. Now I'm thinking we need the big dragon in here, don't we? Are they? They're in here. Filters, content packs, welfare, scroll down. Where the dragon, where the dragon, where the dragon, there the dragon. Because the large one for me is just a bit too large, guys. Bit. Don't know actually. That kind of works. It's too big. No, left, Tom. Didn't work. Unfortunately, but it is what it is. Green and blue will go white. There we go. Yeah, I'm hoping so too. Tell you more about it once I got through everything, sorted everything out, got up and running there. Don't want to jinx it. Now, the gondola, would you class that? Yeah, you class that as Italian, wouldn't you? I was just wondering if you could get away with it like as like a Chinese boat, but no. Right. Where was I? Here. So basically we want a topiary. Is it topiary? Yeah. This. The best I can. Now, some things are meant to be, some things aren't meant to be. As simple as that, buddy, really. And in all honesty, I'm going to be really blunt about it. I was struggling with night work anyway. I didn't know who I was, literally, from one day to the next. And it was genuinely taking its toll on me. It was taking its toll on my social life as well, to some degree, because never get to see the partner, and when I'm on a day off, I'm so tired, I'm sleeping during the day, and the dog got no attention, you know. So in some ways it's perfectly fine, because I wouldn't have been able to keep doing it. And I quickly realized that the position that they were promoting me to was the same amount of work, if not more, than I was doing. £2 extra an hour. 3 times the amount of work with the amount of work I was doing. It would have been different positions, so it'd have been lighter goods, but 3 times the amount. And then you're responsible for other people doing their role as well, and if they don't, you need to do that. And it was kind of like, actually, after thinking about it, you kind of sit there and you think, would I have actually ever have had any energy to have a life? So, there you go. Easiest way to put it, I think. And don't get me wrong, I commend the guys that do it, because don't get me wrong, it works in some ways, but not in others. Exactly, Sindri. Why is that on the wonk? Why won't that? What's... I'll have to do... I know what we'll do. Maybe, maybe not. We'll put one of these here. Just a little bit lower. I can deal with the dragon. Just turn that a bit over. Bring that up. I so want to get on with theming. I'm desperate to get theming. There we go. How can I put it? I got into it quite easily, to be honest with you, in the way that you adjust yourself. But it's more than anything, it's just like the biological things of your body. You know, your whole body. I mean, I'd spent 41 years waking up in the morning and going to bed in the evening. Never knew anything different. Having the odd late night, you know, going out, whatever. But to be up every night, it's insane. And it affects your eyes. I mean, I was struggling with my eyes at first. You know, and I'm not trying to complain. Purely because of no natural light. It was really surreal. I was literally I could barely play the computer. It was that tough on my eyes, because at one point I had I can't remember what they called it. It was, I can't remember what they call it. It wasn't a hernia, but I had like a all I can put it down to is like having a lightning strike in like your vision. And it was in the bottom left of my eye, and I was walking along, and it just kept kind of like shimmering on the outer edge of my eye, and then started becoming like a halo, and I couldn't fathom out what it was. So done a little bit of reading on it and stuff, and it turned out that it was all the LED lighting in the store, the reflecting off the floor, that was catching my eye in a certain way that my eye wasn't used to, and it was overloading my eye. But that was all I was seeing for 9-10 hours a day. So yeah, it is what it is, but you know, these things happen. again, another reason why I couldn't keep doing it. But I didn't mean to go all dark then. I was just, you know, it's just one of those things that was on the list of things, you know. It was pretty much what it was. I had it a few years ago, and it was when I was playing Planko, literally, for about 7-8 months straight. And I phoned the NHS number, and I don't recall her saying it was like a eye migraine. I think she called it migraine. I'm sure it was migraine. And basically it was like it's not a hemorrhage. It's just overstressed basically, and not enough natural light. So it is what it is. But I mean, it went away. I just had to stay up and not have so much sleep, and go outside, catch some sunlight. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, search them up on the net. I think they're on there. I'm not sure. I didn't. I phoned, is it 111? Whatever it is. Because I was just sitting there one day on the computer, and literally, like, I had this, it wasn't like a warm sensation. It was like a tingling sensation. And then I had this similar effect, like this halo. And didn't go blind, still had vision, but just had blurriness around the centre. And I was a bit worried, because I was like, crikey, I've never had anything like this. I've never had a problem with my eyesight. My eyesight's always been extremely good. And yeah, phoned her up, and she said, make sure you get yourself down, doctors, check yourself out, which I did, and they said, yeah, it's gone, whatever it was now. I was like, yeah, I said it was gone about an hour after it happened. It's just one of those things. It's like your eye having a little bit of a headache, basically, and just needs a reset every now and then. So yeah. So when your mum used to say to you get square eyes when you stare too much at a TV, in some ways you do, but they're round. You gotta laugh. How's this, guys? It's not too repetitive, is it? Working, I like it. I think it's working. Problem is, I want to do this all over now. Why won't you let me put you there? Oh. Tell you what, we'll go... Oh no, we can't go there. I'm pretty sure it was I'm sure it was a visual migraine or something along those lines. I can't quite remember what they exactly called it. But yeah, I had the same thing at Tesco, and I thought, you know what, I can't do this, and that was it really. What's up, mate? At Joshy, how do I join you on YouTube, Ryra? I can't see any links apart from the Patreon one. If you go to my homepage, you'll see just yeah, I'll show you. 2 seconds. So yeah, if you go to view your channel, and then underneath the logo on the homepage, just click join. And if you want to join, you're more than welcome. As I say, it's just to support the channel, keep the channel going. Still got to pay for the graphics card, screens, everything. But hey, that'll be done. And then we'll be on to the next setup, AM5 setup. No, the actual objective, going to be honest with you, my objective for saving is one, to get myself financially sorted for my future, because I've really got to get on that. But also, we were talking about it the other day, and we were like, we need to put this away to do this for when. And we were thinking going to Florida in like 5 years' time. And putting like £150 a month away. And then by the time 5 years has passed, you'll have money for the holiday itself and spending money. So who knows? But it's a goal to have, and it's a good goal to try and achieve. So why not? I haven't set myself goals in a long time. Anyway, we're getting all crappy on this. Where are we? So yeah, that I think. What do you guys reckon? All good. RPM. No, I live in the UK, my friend. As to the reason why it's going to take me 5 years to save up to go to Florida. But I've been to Florida many a time over the years, and I miss it dearly. And then what I can do for you is do a real life vlog. Oh, nice. No, yeah, we used to say literally, how many fingers on your hand times 2, and then add another quarter, and you'll know how many times I've been to Florida. I've done it all, done the hotels, done the Kissimmee houses with swimming pools, love it all. Hey, hot dog, one of my members, like Tom, how you doing, buddy? You all good? Hope you're having a good day, my friend. I've got a few of you, I think, over in Florida. I think Marvy G is Florida. But yeah, love it. Would have loved to have spent more time in like Tampa, and love to have gone to Miami or Daytona and stuff like that, and probably had a good look round. But just never got round to it purely because I'm a Disney. Well, I'm not a Disney fanatic. I love the theme parks in Florida. Yeah, I think I'd be quite shocked if I went to a Six Flags park, if you know what I mean, in respect to the difference in the rides and stuff like that. But so I'm told. But yeah, love it out there. Last time I went was 2015, so it was a way back now. But you know, I didn't even get to see Hogwarts or the Forbidden Valley in Universal, so I haven't even experienced those yet. I can't remember what was new when I went. I had my little girl, so it was very much more about going back to when I was a kid again and seeing all the characters and spending as much time on Peter Pan and Small World and all those kind of things. Goofy's Barnstormer, Dumbo, you know, Winnie the Pooh, Pirates, you name it. I just love them. I mean, I was going from 80... Hold on a minute. Late 80s. I think 89 was the first time. No worries, Icy. Catch you soon, buddy. Hope you have a good day at work tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, like I've said on stream many a times before, we used to do it a very unique way back in the 80s and 90s, because we used to rent a house that was owned by an English person. We just used to go and get the yearly tickets. That's the other reason, Daggy. But then also, you know, if Universal Great Britain or Universal Studios England, whatever, comes about, I may not have to go. Be a lot cheaper. It's only 25 minutes down the road for me. But no, I'd love to go to Florida again. I genuinely would. I'd love to experience California one day. Purely for the fact that the California parks to me now are more like how Florida used to be. They got more about the art, the animation, you know, a little bit more of the older style of Disney, if you know what I mean. But just, I'd only like to experience it, and then that would kind of be it, really. Yeah, no, you know, who wouldn't want to go to Florida? You know, great place to go. In more ways than just Disney. See, why are they all making that noise? What is wrong with them? Why are they all sighing? Because people. Yeah, no, I love it over there, and that's kind of where I get most of my inspiration from. If you've seen my previous park, guys, the Magic Kingdom park, that was pretty much all built from memory. And that was why I built it, because I haven't been there in so long. I just thought, you know what, I want to build a Disney park, and I built what I wanted to build. So yeah, it was all good fun. I'm just wondering, actually, is this worth just having like steps coming up to it? I don't know. I shouldn't be doing this. I should be stopping this and building coasters, but I don't want to build coasters. I want to build theming. Look at that now. Now, I thought about putting a little like up piece on in the middle, just to give it that little bit of height so that it covers up this. But then saying that, actually, you could probably have. I reckon steps would look quite cool, wouldn't it? It would look better than another pier, because obviously we got the piers. This is technically one big pier here, I guess, just a wheelie bent one. But that should do what I'm looking for it to do. Yes, it does. Perfect. So if we then, yeah, try and figure something out, put another sycamore tree, I reckon. Where's the sycamore tree? Where's the sycamore tree? There's a sycamore tree. Number 2. That'll do. Why do they droop into the floor if the roots... I have to figure that one out, I think. Just put another one of these in here, I think, somehow. Because then that kind of replicates that, and then that kind of opens that area up a little bit more. On the phone, let me have a look. The problem is, Tom, I don't think I can do it on my phone because it's my channel. Bear with me. Right, on the phone. So I have an iPhone, and it doesn't allow me to see it. Because I can't view. No, I can't view it. I mean, I can put it in the chat. I think that'll work, wouldn't it? I think. I don't know. I don't know how you do that. Can I? How do I share? It doesn't change the URL when I click it online, so I can't. It doesn't give me the option. It just asks me if I want to join. I can't even share it. Learn more about memberships, report perks, gift settings. No, access your membership perks. No. No. I can only imagine, mate. It's on the home page somewhere. It just says join, so I'm not sure, buddy. It doesn't allow you to share it. So I don't know how you do that. I just wish game would tell me why the path is obstructed when working in tight spaces. Right, 2 reasons why path gets obstructed. One is because, like here, it won't let me do anything. So, because I've got flattened terrain on. Nope, wrong one. What am I doing? Okay, it just won't let me do anything there. So if I click tunnel, no, still won't. That's because that's there. That's why. I'm just trying to think how to show you. The biggest issue is with paving is the tunneling and flat terrain. So if you're ever doing a coaster, a word of advice, what I always try and do is I always try and do the paving before I do the coaster. Or I try and lay out the area, demarcate it first. Because if you try and put a coaster underneath paving underneath things, it doesn't always work because of the distance that it has to be away from it. So like if I'd have built this after I built this, I'd have had to have gone up to here and then down. Where if you put it in first, you then just disable the coaster restrictions and away you go. So yeah, it's a pain. And it's a pain when you're trying to do edge work and all sorts. It just, yeah. But hey, is what it is. It'll be the same in Planet Coaster 2. I guarantee you. I guarantee you it'll be the same. That's very strange, isn't it? Click the subscribe bit, bud. Is there anything that comes on up under that? Maybe another little menu? Or click the little, what do you call it? The little 3 double dots. I don't know. Strange one, Josh. I'm not sure, mate. I appreciate your effort anyway. I bet what do you plan it? What do you plan it Coaster to have different or fixed? There was something that Moomin Little Socks had heard about, or someone had told him something direct from Frontier, that the paving will never change. Even in Planet Zoo, it'll always stay the same because of the algorithm or coding behind the peeps, because the peeps and everything, access to everything is done via the paving, obviously. So they said if you change any of the paving, you then have to change each of the characters' codings. But again, that was just, I assume, speculation back then. But yeah. Strange one, mate. I know I was looking on the missus's phone the other week. I said to her, I said, oh, can I just have a look at my thingy on yours? And she was like, yeah, and it was there. So I'm not sure why. I mean, let me see if I can just have a quick look at someone else's that's whatever, and they do it. So you got, I mean, I don't know. It's a strange one. I mean, I'm looking at people's now. Visit my website. Buy me a coffee. That means support. That's someone else's, like Patreon. It's very strange. That's unreal that you can't do it on mobile. I thought you could do it. Notifications. You can do it on mobile. No. Sorry guys, 2 seconds. You can't even do a... The problem is I'm watching this on my phone. I can't see on my stream. I mean, I can't even see the super thanks on there. Hey Antoine, how you doing? Good day at work, my friend. It's very strange. I have to look into that because it's all set there. I just want to double check. So it's got the join there. We got no supers or anything. What's going on? Have you guys had adverts, by the way? Just checking. Odd, because that should be... Oh no, there's super thank. Ah, show your support. Right, show your support. Ah, right. No, okay. So maybe it's... Josh, I think... Obviously, if you go into the chat on the live video, Bottom right hand corner, you got a dollar symbol. But it's only allowing you to do super stickers or super chat. Huh. Must just be something on phone then. Because join button is to the left of the notification. What on the... On the what? Very strange. Join button is to the left. Notification. You see, I can't see that on my version, so apologies, guys. Ah, good. So it's good to hear, Tom, because I don't obviously want to spam you all. There's a reason for doing this, obviously. Show you guys and obviously try and earn some pennies. Right. Okay. So, bar that building, because it's just too big. It's just too big. It looks alright. I mean, it's all good now. I just don't like that back building. It's just not doing what I want it to do. Like, I can't even get rid of it now. Oh, it's all in tons of pieces. Problem is, I just want a theme. I just really want to get on with theming. I'm enjoying this. I mean, it has a Chinese/Japanese feel, does it, guys? I hope. Very strange. Very strange. We didn't really get a good ride on this. I just want a couple of minutes, guys. I just need to stretch out. I've sat on my backside for how long now? 6 weeks. Playing Planet Coaster. I'd just also say welcome to the new subscribers. Gained 2 whilst in this stream, so thank you very much, guys. I hope you're enjoying the park come to life. And I hope you enjoy the future episodes of the park coming to life, because, you know, once I finally nail out this area, that orange coaster, and that area right there, we are then theming. And we're theming like there's going to be no theming before. so much going on, guys. Train, the runaway mine trains, the log flumes, the background, there's boats. Look at that. Oh, guys, it's coming together. Just got to figure out what I'm going to do with that thing there. I don't know what rides else I've got to do really, because I've got to fill this area, and I've got to fill this area, and I've got to change this coaster. I'm not happy with this coaster. It's not like Witch's Flight. It's very. It just doesn't feel right to me, so I've got to figure that one out. And then I've got to do the Giga. So the Giga goes in last. How it's going to go, where it's going to go, who knows. It's definitely going to go through the volcano at one point, and it's definitely kind of going to go around this section somehow. Whether it goes through with Slimer or has a separate opening, whatever, I don't know. Yeah, quite a bit's been done, buddy. I've not really done much around here. I've just done, if you missed, I'm not sure if you've had the updates on this, but this looks pretty cool. Believe it or not, they are slightly differently angled position-wise, so that shouldn't look as repetitive as it does. So maybe it won't once we get some stuff built up around it. Stuck the swing in to coincide with the adventure area, so you know that has a nice interaction here when they go past at the same time. Obviously, I extended this out here because it did just kind of come off this hill and back round, so I just gave it a little bit extra. And it kind of coincides with the boats going through here as well, so it's another interaction, potential interaction. And then we built the log flume with the runaway mine train around it, and the mine train is 85-90% there in the way that it's going to be. What else have we done? And in the last 24-36 hours, I've started progressing with a Chinese/Japanese theme, whatever you want to call it, to the first area of the park, which is another kiddie coaster. Not sure if you saw it the other night, but we added Slimer in, and it works really well. They're two very different coasters. This is very much a more a floaty kind of effect, as if you're kind of going through like a graveyard. It's just got that vibe about it. So it rides very differently, and in the end you got the helixes, but they're a little bit more subdued, where this one, if we're on, it's a little bit quicker. Yeah, so I just got to adjust it a little bit, maybe get a bit more speed in it. Gives you an idea. This building is I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I've got to figure that out. And obviously we got the dueling coasters that we did the other week. So yeah, it's starting to come together. I have moved this. I did obviously have this up the back here, but it fits better and looks better up the back there. But I've got to redo it. I've got to figure it out. It just doesn't have the vibe I want it to have, like a Witch's Flight did, basically, in Wonderland Adventure Valley. It just doesn't flow as much. It's obviously not finished, so pardon the, you know, whatever. But, you know, it feels alright up until this point here. To be honest with you, after the Cobra roll, but I don't know. You guys need to let me know what your thoughts are on it, and be as honest as possible. I need to know because obviously that last section will change, and that corkscrew. But it's just whether or not it's worth trying to keep it and working with it. I mean, you get a cool interaction here. I mean, look, we got 3 trains. 1, 2, 3. Well, that would have had a good interaction. You know, and as you come around here, you get to see them come up through here. This is, majority of it is made by me. It's not, this isn't prefab. This isn't prefab. The rollovers are, and the loops are, and the Cobra roll, basically, and the corkscrew. But everything else is done by me. I'm just unsure whether or not it's, I mean, maybe it's just the colour, I don't know. That sounds silly, but even colour can make a coaster look very different just because of the way where it's sitting and what it's back against. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I mean, if you look back to, I don't think I've got it. Which is flight? Is it here? No, I didn't. I haven't saved it, I don't think. Which... I guess what I'm saying is it just doesn't flow how I'd like it to. You know, you all loved A Witch's Flight because of how it all just seamlessly went into the next bit and through. It just carried the speed so well. Where this, it just seems to get to here. Just seems to get to about here and then just dies. I like the first drop. I love the first loop. I think that's fine. Leading up to this block section. Leading up to the block section is fine. Down here, the switchback is fine. The Ullman, or whatever you want to call it. That bit's fine as it swoops over here. Lovely airtime. Back into the second one. Lovely airtime. Into the Cobra roll and then just bleh. Just stops. Stops being fun. Oh, we ain't done in a while, actually. And another subscriber. Thank you, guys. Genuinely appreciated. Looking good. Yeah, maybe. The only thing is with my parks is that's kind of how I do it. Like Thunderland Adventure Valley, it was never built to a plot, if you know what I mean. They would just literally just organically gelled and worked together. I just haven't been able to find that in this, mainly because of how big the area is. You know, we all thought Witch's Flight was big, but in reality, it was probably only here to here to here, in size wise. Where that is, that's probably the difficulty I'm having actually, because this actually isn't that big. It's just the first inversion and the drop really that's a little bit bigger than you would normally have. But it works. So I'll figure that out in off stream. I think it's working well. That view around here was quite cool from the train when you had the coaster come around, which was good. It was nice to see. I'm glad we got that water level a bit lower now, which is all sorted. So yeah, guys, I know we haven't done much. We've kind of done this. I need to do some off-stream work. I need to get a base layer in, and then we can basically hit the ground running and really get the theming going, because I'm so eager to get theming actually going. As you can see with this, and Main Street and everything else. So guys, I think I'll probably end the stream there, to be honest with you. My apologies. I am just lacking a little bit because I do just want to build now. I'm in that frame of mind, and it's just frustrating that we're not at a stage where I can just crack on with that. And for all the guys maybe wondering why, purely because of the performance of the game. If I put another 20,000 pieces in, I'm going to be down to about 20 frames a second. And when you're building your roller coasters in particular, it's extremely hard to make them smooth when you're only at 15 to 20 frames a second. So always best to try from being at the limit, and maybe a couple of flat rides, or, well, definitely a few flat rides, sorry. Maybe one dart ride, who knows. We'll see, because we can put that here and enclose it in the hill basically, so we can do something. What it will be, who knows. We'll go from there. But no, guys, I genuinely thank you for joining the stream. It is appreciated, your time, your likes, and all your memberships and Patreons, etc. I mean, it genuinely, guys, it just helps the channel keep going. So if you do want to become a financial supporter of the channel, you're more than welcome. Obviously via the membership, you can hit the join on the homepage on a normal computer, Joshy. And yeah. Hey Chris, how you doing? Yeah, all back and running now. Internet seems fairly stable. Oh no, I've lost 415 frames, so my apologies, guys. At one point it did stutter. But no, guys, that's pretty much me done for the evening. Thanks for joining. Joshy, Tom, Chris, Catalyst, Anton, Phantom, as always, buddy. Excuse me. Robert, Daggy, Icy, everybody, and everybody before. Much appreciated, guys. Smash that like if you just want to help the channel out that little bit, which is free of charge. Guys, I'll probably see you tomorrow at some point, subject to the internet. So I wish you all a very good morning, afternoon, sleep, evening, wherever you are in the world, guys. I'm switching off now. Catch you all very soon. Happy coastering all.